This video does not intend to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but its purpose is to show that apostates are human who have feelings and must be given the right to express themselves against the former religion without fear of facing persecution or harm. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of myself, you shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides, and filter them from yourself. Move ye with honors. Greetings, everyone. This is me, Zara Jawan. Okay, I'm just sharing this. Did I share it on Save Our World? Not sure. I'm going to talk about show you some beautiful hadiths, talk about them. If I go funny, please, I don't mean to offend anyone, insult anyone, but just head on amazed at the Muslims, fellow Muslims, non-Shias and Shias, when I read Allama Majlisi. The hadiths compiled by Allama Majlisi in Hayatul Qulub. God knows when that will come. So also going to share, let's see if it's come on, yes, my profile Facebook here. Sharing in the groups now first. Shared, this is very, very important, urgent to save the Muslims. I just found this hadith in the belief section of Sahih Bukhari, whether you call it a book or what do you call that? A chapter on belief, like that, right? World Peace Mission, Facebook. Please have a look at this. Firstly, okay, so I've got my the hadith ready here. In my channel 2 on YouTube, I discussed this hadith, and I have really lost it, meaning I didn't lose the hadith, but I lost my mind. Volume 1, Book 2, number 30. Narrated by Al-Ahnaf bin Qais. So I don't know if they're contradictory hadiths or why the Sunni Muslims also, don't get this. They must be confused. I'm not sure. Let me see. So, urgent help for the Muslims, saving you from the hellfire. If you kill your fellow Muslims, if you say anything against a different, there's an ayat on forming schisms in Islam, right? Forming schism. Ayat on that. We'll see that. So, well, the Shias believe that they are Muslims, and the Ahmadis also believe that they are Muslims, if you ask them. But according to the Shias, the Ahmadis also are not Muslims. According to the Sunni Muslims, the Ahmadis are not. But according to them, they, and now his followers, of course, the founder went away. So this was in 1900, where this founder came up saying that he's the promised Messiah. But they said that many blame on him, much blame on him put, like he's the Queen's, he's the British spy or something like this. He's come to
distort religion. Uh, he did not satisfy the Twelver Shia, the Ismaili Shia, and Ismaili Shias could have left him. I don't know. They don't kill. I don't know. His Highness Aga Khan the Fourth, I know that he doesn't kill anyone. So how to say it? English, the ones who are eloquent have a great command over your language, over English, Urdu. But you can translate my English into your Urdu. Sorry, Arabs. Although an Arab myself, I don't know. I never learned Arabic. I learned my mother. My mother was Pakistani, Khoja, Sindhi. So I wasn't after the oil. And I was in Karachi. I loved Karachi. Hello, Muslims. Health for you. Sorry if you don't like my way. And it's going to be a little comedy here, tragedy, comedy, whatever you may call it. Um, so I could start with this hadith I found earlier in the daytime and discussed it on my channel too, YouTube. So here we go. While I was going to help this man, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Bakr, meaning Abu Bakr, met me and asked, "Where are you going?" I replied, "I'm going to help that person." He said, "Go back, for I have heard Allah's apostle saying, when two Muslims meet each other in bracket." Are they giving us a thing of this ayat in Surah Muhammad? When you meet them, bind them, seize them, kill them. No, strike at their, sorry, no. Strike at their necks, right? Surah Muhammad ayat 4 or 3? Can't remember properly. Meet each other. Oh, these two Muslims and in bracket it's put meet. Or was he going to fight Ali ibn Abu Talib? So this is your, he's must have been a Sahaba or no, I don't know. But Abu Bakr, he knows, he's at the time of Abu Bakr. And Abu Bakr was the first caliph of the Muslim. Sunnis believe in this. I went Wahhabis, I think all Sunni sect schools of thought schism. Whether you are from Imam Hanbal or whether you are from Imam Shafi or Imam Hanifa, whether you are from. You also have schisms, but you don't see it. You do not see it. And we have a tragedy in Islam. Now you can come and abuse my mother, abuse me, and this, that. But what good would it do, right? Because I'm not like a prophet. Kill whoever abused Allah, my mother passed away and he's abusing or she's abusing and calling, or even now you abuse Shias. So save the Muslims. Look, one Muslim is saying to another Muslim, although after the death of Prophet Muhammad there's been schisms, the Ummah is divided. And he's meeting, to fight. So Abu Bakr, to fight Ali ibn Abu Talib. One Muslim is saying, I'm going to meet this person to fight him. Fight your fourth caliph when he has not yet become a fourth caliph. Abu Bakr is the first caliph. And this is after the Prophet's life. Where are you going? I replied, I'm going to help that person. And he thinks he's going to help Imam Ali by killing him. I'm going to help that person. He said, go back. So if you think that you're going to help the Shias or the Ahmadis, how are you going to help them? Okay, I know what you're going to say. There are some other hadiths, but right now let's look at this hadith. We'll look at the other hadiths, excuse me, later on. So sorry for, I don't mean disrespect, but I have a cracked, damaged Alzheimer's disease coming on me. I've been abusing heavily and all this. I'm going to help that person. He said, go back. For I've heard Allah's apostles saying, when two Muslims meet each other with their swords, both the murderer as well as the murdered will go to the hellfire. You don't want to go to the hellfire? Sunni Muslims, Salafis in Pakistan, Bahrain, Arab, Sunnis. Sorry, this is my style. As cheap as I can be, and as funny as I can sound. I said, O Allah's Apostle, it is all right for the murderer, but what about the murdered one? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the one being murdered. One Muslim killing another Muslim. Remember this. Keep this in mind. Allah's Apostle replied, oh, so Abu Bakr is, no, he's not alive. He's saying Allah's Apostle replied he surely had the intention to kill his companion. His companion, Sahaba. His companion. Yes, there's brotherhood, not a sister and brother in, like, not a sisterhood. Well, a man cannot take a woman as a sister in Islam, but as brotherhood in Islam. So Abu Bakr is telling him, right, when two Muslims meet, so he said, go back, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, and then Allah's Apostle replied, oh, you mean to say Allah's Apostle was alive? Okay, in this I'm a little low, so you'll have to overlook that. He surely had the intention to kill his companion. So even the murdered had the intention, right? This, at least this one, get it right. So Allah's Apostle replied. Allah's Apostle appears or something. Anyways, just keep it on this. Okay, even if I have made a mistake here, thinking that Allah's Apostle was not alive, we need an English expert. Okay, I made a mistake. Wait a minute. Allah's Apostle saying, when two Muslims, I've heard. And then in the end, Allah's Apostle replied, okay, this is after the death of Prophet Muhammad. He surely had the intention to kill his companion. Now there's a Sahaba or there's a Muslim at the time of Abu Bakr who wants to go kill Ali ibn Abu Talib, the Shia first Imam. For the 12 verse, for Ismailis, I think every era had a prophet and then an Imam, or something like this in the monotheistic religion, prophets. Sometimes the Imams would carry on. So please save yourselves from the hellfire. You see, you may think according to the Quran and your way of interpreting the Quran and the Islamic sources that you are a true Muslim. And to kill one Shia or to persecute them, harass them, until they give in to you, your way, your Islam. And you see, there are many contradictory hadiths even. Another hadith, in another hadith, you may say, this gets overwritten. cancelled by another hadith because they're contradictions. And the whole thing is in a mess. But you don't see it and you've not organized because because the Shia saw this. And so they had to organize themselves that if there are contradictory hadiths and both are Sahih graded, then what do? You look in the Quran and, things like that, like against Ali, that he was a murderer. At another hadith, let's say, for example, right? Look at that killer, Abu Bakr says or something, right? Ali. And then the Shias proved more and more. Let's see, no, we have to see who was the truly guided caliph, first caliph. And then they found out it was an imam. Their way, you can, may you have the strength to do honest research on that, the way the Shias did it. And the poor Ahmadis that you kill. So better not to kill people. Unprepared, I came here. I hope we learn something. As I make mistakes, I correct myself. But do you get the gist of it, or am I okay? You get the gist of this, right? Volume 1, Book 2, number 30, and what I've said, and through the Hadiths. So don't kill the other person who says the kalama, shahada. Don't kill them. Tells you I'm a Muslim. Because you could, oh my God, both. So, the Battle of Jamal, I discussed this in my first part, in the ending 2 hours live stream. So you can go there and check in my second channel about Ahmad Mirza. Now, Mirza Ahmad, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. Sorry, I always make these kind of mistakes. But I know I'm not making mistake here about killing each other. You will both go into the hellfire. Murdered will go into the... All of you. In the Battle of Jamal, what happened? That means Imam Ali is also going to hell, the fourth caliph of the Sunnis, the first Imam of the Shias. Aisha is also going to hell because she instigated it. She called for a battle against Imam Ali, the fourth caliph then, and she was Umm al-Mumineen. And your religious scholars say, leave that, don't think about it. Allah knows best. But you have to apply this hadith. And then you can, with this hadith, if we decide about the fate of those Muslims in the Battle of Jamal, all of them going to hellfire. And time in and again, I find that I heard Dr. David Wood. Did he ever mention this? That how was Prophet Muhammad married to Khadija at this time of? So we're going to the Wills chapter. No, we're going. Sorry. We're going to the Revelation chapter. Maybe. Okay. So sorry if I sound arrogant, as if I know everything. No. I could be really. I confess. You see, I make mistakes. I'm prone to mistakes. I'm bad at some things, and I've also been a terrible person. My mind, not a good student, A, B student. So I'm not intelligent or anything, but a little bit I like to reason and from Shia. So I applied my logic from childhood. And I thought, I'm going to become a lawyer one day. Uh, so thinking that no one can, the reason I used, so that no one can beat a reasonable person's child's reason. No one can beat. To my shock, I found out that I have beaten the Shia reasoning too. Look, here we read the whole hadith, or let me see, mother of the believers. Okay, yes. Because this hadith has come afterwards, huh? How many years after? So, volume 1, book 1, number 3. Narrated by Aisha, the mother of the faithful believers, the commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah's apostle was in the. Now, think. He hasn't been in contact with Jibrail. He doesn't know that. Does he know he's a prophet? How does he know he's a prophet? And he's married to Khadija. British lawyers, judges, please help us. Why do we miss this point? Then people laugh at, what kind of a thing? No, but like, they can't help laughing. Khadija said to, so Khadija has told Prophet Muhammad, her husband, he's her husband. So, Bismillah karo, get married, nikah paro, recite the nikah. हाँ, ये क्या हुआ, कब हुआ, क्यों हुआ, जब हुआ. What is this? You Muslims tell me. And the way Dr. David Wood, I missed it. It's first and foremost, let alone that this could be, what? Or Abdullah Gondal, doctor. But how he got married to Khadija, his wife, in Barakat. You see this? If you don't see it, please open this site. You can just Google search Sahih Bukhari and not go to sunnah.com, because this was the first site I was going to. And some Sunnis here in Dubai tell me that, there's a Jews book you open. There's not some Indian, Pakistan, no, Indo-Pak. Okay, let's say Indo-Pak Muslim. Say maybe you find Jews doing bad things, distorting. This not Jewish site. Many years back when I was doing the research, this site was very, very old. Like from year 2000 something. I find this very easy. You just click here. I don't go to sunnah.com like a Christian Prince goes. Here, Sahih Bukhari. So you Google search Sahih Bukhari and you come here. This hadith found in sunnah.com also, but I just do not know how to search. And this Dr. David would talk about this hadith. And I not to know, cover me, what he cover, how much he, but the question, how Prophet Muhammad, that's why my father say what the Sunni saying. Prophet Muhammad knew he was a prophet. Now, later on, cover me, I don't know, I'm so fearful. And the Jibrail come, and then his heart was cut, and God knows what, and then cleaned, and then all that other afterwards. Maybe there's a hadith or sirat in the sirat, I don't know. But here, no, stick. So I go a little further. So my father said, like, what the Sunnis hadith is coming like this? This Prophet Muhammad's enemies, and this not the Jews. This Umayyad, we say, policy is from the Quraysh, enemies of Prophet Muhammad, from the pagan Arabs also. Oh my God. So before I read this and I was talking, and then my silly self, stupid, dumb self realized how he becomes so intelligent all of a sudden. Huh? I also get very surprised at myself. God, you are great. Allahu Akbar. Huh? Do you think that the same God, Allahu Akbar, give me intelligence like this? So once you start talking, question, you just go on. Find and very nice, like I can share with you. And as I'm sharing and discussing, I listened to Dr. David. I know this hadith was there. I read it also as a Shia when I was doing research on Islam, but not coming to my mind. Oh my God. But because, I had this thing of the Shia mentality, right? That, no, he's a prophet. And what the Sunni is saying, really? So, Sunnis, question yourself. How he Mary, not Mary, but how he marry Khadija? When revelation coming afterward, he not realize, my goodness, Jibrail, Waraka is telling him, Khadija is telling him, Allah great. Not worry, never by Allah. Allah will never disgrace you. Khadija, only on Allah. You keep good relations with your kith and kin and all this, like praising him. And Khadija then accompanied him to her cousin, Waraka bin Nawfal bin Asad bin Abdul Uzza, who during the pre Islamic period became a Christian. Oh, maybe Waraka gave him this and used to write the writing with Hebrew letters. He would write from the gospel in Hebrew as much as Allah wished Allah. So Allah also not original to Islam. He, Prophet Muhammad take Allah. You see, like the Hindus have that this Om, and so Om very divine sound. Om very sacred. So what is the in the A of Om, in the U of Om, and in the M of Om? Also, you know what? So what is in? I want to also know what. But it Allah not original. But anyways, I want to know what is in the A of Allah, what is in double L of Allah, and the A of Allah and the H of Allah. Ah, Allah, like that maybe. So the lah, the ah. So we all say, become Hindu like. We do meditation, do this mantra, ah, Allah. Yeah, and they also say Allahu. What in the who? Rumi's one poem will tell you. So like that, I have to go to the uh, roots of everything because original have roots. Give us roots, the origin of everything, Allah and everything, and where they come from will never disgrace you. So to my shock, it was very, very shocking that Prophet Muhammad was a false prophet. And he take this Allah from the Jews, the Christians, and the pagan idol worshippers of his time. See, Waraka help him here. Now I quite amused at myself that how I become so intelligent and I stumble in the night. Bee Gees. Won't you come back to your little boy blue? I've come to think inside that the Sunnis, we Shias already know that this nonsense, Hadiths. That Prophet Muhammad knew from his birthday, he was declared by his mother, then by Halima, the wet nurse. They all knew and he himself knew he was a prophet. The child spoke in the Quran, the Surah Maryam, Jesus Christ, baby. So that's how you get married in this rubbish. Cover me, cover me. They covered him till his fear was over. And after that, he told her, but you see, it is because it doesn't make sense. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you Sunnis, but you know, it's satire. It's satire. Because my heart, I cannot explain, it's become very cynical, very terrible. I fear that something may happen to me. Oh, Khadija replied, Khadija is telling Prophet Muhammad, never, by Allah, Allah will never disgrace you. You keep good relations. And the ayat come for the politics, you know. You give water to the pilgrims generously. And it's not equal, none. Oh, Khadija, if you knew what Quran ayats are going to come after this, would you have agreed? Should I agree to what you say? Philanthropist. He's a philanthropist. So on that, Khadija say, never. By Allah. They should take an oath. What you people are playing? Huh? This is very, very big for me. One time I read my duas prayer book. Come that I bear witness that there is Allah. I not want to bear witness. I'm very scared. I say, how can I, so small, bear witness to something? I just was scared. Like he also scared here. By Allah. There's another shock coming to me. Khadija, how you lie. Allah will never disgrace you. I think you are enamored. Really, Khadija, you were really in love with Muhammad or something younger than you. And then he absorb your thing and marry younger than him and younger until it reach Aisha's age. And the difference now is like 50 some years old. If you take that hadith to be true, coming from Aisha, she was playing with dolls and this and that. Allah will never disgrace you. You keep good relations with your kith and kin. She's not saying you believe in Allah, but that she's giving philanthropic works of Prophet Muhammad. You keep good, but why wait till Dawat-e-Ashira comes? You know, Shias know about that. But oh, the kith and kin stranded him, deserted him. Only Ali stood up and proclaimed he is the true prophet. And Imam Ali was 8, 9, 10. 8 or 9 or 10 years old at that time. Dawat-e-Ashira, you can Google search. Help the poor and the destitute. Serve your guests. Wait till you come to Surah Azab. Wait, Khadija, till he marries Zainab bin Josh. Now guests also leaving after their stomach full. Don't linger on to talk to him. And assist the deserving calamity, afflicted ones. Philanthropy. Not that you believe in Allah and the last day, like afterward, no Quran ayat coming. And Khadija gone. Khadija then accompanied him to her cousin Waraka bin Nawfal. Well, excuse me. I still stuck on the you Muslims not their seat. How can I go on? My heart won't answer right now. Tell me. Muslims, can you help me? Huh? I put it down my phone. This hadith is failing because my reason is failing. I don't think I can go on. So I need an answer. How Prophet Muhammad married Khadija? When he not to know Allah, Jibrail, on Khadija's religion? And what was Khadija's religion? Find out. Who tell Khadija about Allah? That she's telling Muhammad and she's swearing by Allah that Allah will never disgrace Muhammad. So that we can come to Waraka, this fails. You can't come to Waraka. Okay, we can read the whole thing. I read it. I've read it, listened to Dr. David Wood, this, that, about this. You tell me how he get married to Khadija. Muslims, I know what the Shias will say, how he get married, because this hadith fail for Shias. White fail. Please, ABC, the nursery, reason. Even a child of today. So I don't mean to humiliate you. No, why you people doing this to yourselves? You are bringing your IQ, your intelligence down. Oh, you can see it. And then you will talk against each other, even get each other killed, and go to the hellfire. Because according to that hadith I read in the belief section of this, number 2, belief. You know, both going to hell. So it is, I've come here, I'm sharing. Waraka, you want me to? It really, I feel so sorry for you Muslims. Like my mommy, principal, Mrs. Manira Gulzar, St. Joseph's College. And Miss Shafiqa Fikriyar's younger sister, 1 year, icon of St. Joseph's Convent School. And I was told she always liked library a lot. She not like my principal, her sister, to go play table tennis. Now you tell me, Sunni Bastakis, come here. I want to help you. And then to help the Shias also. I don't want to go, I don't have the heart to go to Allama Majlisi. In Genesis, okay, tell us Hurries come down because I say, oh, Adam and Christians? Hatuntash? Oh, the great. Please tell us. Adam and Eve came down, one couple, not two couples. This means our generation came from incest. Then you have to become a Shia to know what Allama Majlisi said in Hayatul Qulub in the Genesis chapter. Compilation of hadiths and how they reason, how Imams have told them that no, this not happened through Adam and Eve only. Huris come down and then Adam married the Huri, another Huri, then he have a child with that Huri, then from Hawa, Eve's child, and that he marry. Another Huri come down and he marry. So children, and then they get married like that. Have you ever thought even Christians not think? I not read in the Bible Huris come down. I just read Adam and Eve. And then our race come from Adam and Eve. Can you think how it come down? How it has spread a race? Or there were other people down on earth before Adam and Eve. I mean, really, what this human race? You are desperate to believe in Allah, some superpower, and the rest is just rubbish. And you not think, use your mind. This means you're giving a bad name to spirituality. These Hindus, poor guys, they say, oh, their culture is seeped in this gods and goddesses. And what is your reason? Even Christians, Jews come, want to help you. Bible. Adam and Eve, children. The book of Genesis mentions 3 of Adam and Eve's children, Cain, Abel, and Seth. Maybe you now say, like in the Quran coming, that the before incest law like this, not to change illegal. It was not illegal, legal. Then it became illegal. After the race grew, God changed his mind. You're one true God. Who were at, oh yes, and Eve's children. Now what happened? I tell you, you all really not to use your mind, even Christian. And then, all of you, what are you doing? In the name of God. I think you are ignorant people, but it's big, big, big tragedy. I also look arrogant. How many children did Adam and Eve have? And where the race come from? 33. Even if they have 50, let's say 60. Think. How they get the race spreading? Through incest. Problem is, so Adam, Seth have, Seth Saab. Okay. So we call in Urdu, Seth Saab meaning boss. Seth meaning businessman, Saab meaning boss. Seth is some Anyways, it can't be boss boss. It has to be Seth Saab means a businessman, big businessman, rich man, and maybe I'm just guessing. And Saab means boss. Okay, so Seth having more children, and then Seth, the son of Adam and Eve, having then marrying who? Or his children, then his grandniece marrying her uncle. Or, oh, then, and Seth, and then there's another one. Am I in my senses? Or is the whole world crazy? Christians, Jews, everyone, Muslims. So see it, and let's say another one who here, Cain. Let's take Cain and see it. So they have children, children, children's children, and one day they decide that they should have marriage between niece. Can there be cousins in this? My mind is not working now. So, sorry, it stopped working. It's blank. Uncle, niece, nephew, aunt. They'll have to wait a long time. Did no, Sarah, you are stupid. You are calling Christians stupid. After they left, God set a cherubim to keep them from coming back. Apparently, Adam and Eve were not in a hurry to have children until Genesis 4:1. Oh, I on a Christian site. Sorry, excuse me, never thirsty. Eve. She conceived and gave birth to Cain, and she said, I have gotten a man child with the help of the Lord. After they left, God said to cherubim, maybe Eve had a child like a baby Mariam, but I don't think without Adam. But that's not, no. Sorry about that. Just using my wild imagination. Maybe I missed a verse somewhere in the Bible too. Wikipedia, let me go to Wikipedia. No copyrights infringement intended. Adam and Eve, according to the creation myth. No, how this religions, how this woman and man spread were the first man and woman. They are central to the belief that humanity is, in essence, a single family, with everyone descended from a single pair of original ancestors. Sorry, before I go on, this was for beautiful Hadiths, Sunni sources, but had to come here. Now I've gone ahead of my title. I put here. Pair of original ancestors, with everyone descended. They are central to the belief that you went with everyone, single family, with everyone descended from a single pair of original ancestors. They also provide the basis for the doctrines of the fall of the book of Hebrew, chapter 1. I'm getting the first Adam and Eve are not named. It said God created humankind in God's image. Garden of Eden. Now, how this, the opening chapter, Genesis, how this race spread of one man and one woman coming down on earth. What you have missed, expelled. The first murder follows, and God's decision to destroy the world, save only the righteous Noah. Now it jumps to Noah in Wikipedia. Creation narrative. Okay, that must be something because that's why it jumps to Noah. about something else. Adam's name appear. Okay, mankind and definite and man and helper corresponding the fall, expulsion from Eden. No, this is not important. Offspring narrates Genesis 4 narrates life outside the garden, including the birth of Adam. First children Cain and Abel, and the story of the first murder. So now Cain murders Abel, and the third son Seth is born to Adam and Eve, and Adam had other sons and daughters. Genesis 5 lists Adam's descendants from Seth to Noah. How from Seth to Noah they get? Must be through incest, right? With their ages at the birth of their first sons and their ages at death. Adam's age, I don't know the ages. I just want to know how this spread, the race, humankind, through incest. The land of Nod is on symbolic red and real. Judaism, Midrash Rava, Genesis reconciled two, male and female, he created them, indicates God originally created Adam as a hermaphrodite, bodily and spiritually, both male and female, before creating the separate beings of Adam and Eve. Maybe Jews are more intelligent than Christians. Other rabbis suggested that Eve and the woman, maybe they come out of water, but when they become man and woman, so it wasn't like only Adam and Eve come on earth as man and woman. And the first being identified as Lilith, a figure elsewhere described as a night demon. According to traditional Jewish belief, Adam and Eve are buried. That's not important. In Genesis, God breathes into man's nostrils. He becomes nefesh, haya. Signifies something like the English word being, and then concept of a soul. And it's very interesting for my spiritual work. But I don't go there. Some early fathers of Christian church, don't go back to read. I just enjoy sharing. I have as not only the Eve, but the aspirant from a female serpent. Interpreted the Hebrew Heva as not only the name of Eve, but in its aspirated form as female serpent, based on the Christian. So, how this race spreading? I have to read all this Gnosis traditions. How do you? Now I'm tongue-tied here. Apocalypse of Adam. Nag Hammadi documents Testament of Adam. Huh? How you people? How this human race spread through only Adam and Eve? But meaning that then it would not be incest, incestuously. It cannot have spread, but with incest. Through only Adam and Eve coming on earth, fall of Adam and Eve. So it can't be. Logically, it is incest. Human race can spread through incest. Adam and Eve's children marrying each other, brother and sisters, incest. So we have to look at this scientific way, perhaps, Baha'i faith. But at least the Shias have told us, and Hayatul Qulub, that God sent Houris down for Adam, and then he had children with them, and God did not send Houris down for Eve? No, no. The woman is supposed to be married to one man only. So, so some Houris were sent down. Adam married them, and from them came children. And thus, this human race spread. Historicity. If for genetics, biology. Okay, so hello, this is not a Christian like Orthodox Judaism, but it changed now to gnosis and different way. Material world, symbolism, symbolize the serpent symbolizes attachment. Oh God, I don't know. I've got to set my mind straight now. A documentary, hypothesis, and all this. Arts and literature, John Milton's Paradise Lost. How the human race spread without incest. How the human race, yeah, let's put it this way, best way. How the human race from Adam and Eve spread without incest when we are told only Adam and Eve came on earth. Voila. Okay? So, you see how stupid? Why you Christians, Jews, Muslims like this? And you make me also stupid for many, many years. Until year 2000, I think, when I'm doing research, truth finder, truth seeker, whatever, finder through pieces of my dreams and all this. Then I think, oh my God, how human race come out without incest when we are told Adam and Eve only come on earth? Maybe God changes, you know how he changed the rule? He changed one sign for another. Maybe at that time, incest was not haram. And then later on, but that's, I mean, the all powerful God, it insists in the brother and sister getting married, having children. So, okay, for me, it was a little tough to accept until I found Allama Majlisi's book on it. Okay, these are the pictures. And so I have to read which person here, which gnosis in which religion, Judaism, where makes sense, some sense. Without incest, God's race spread. Oh, sorry. What am I saying? Excuse me. Without incest, Adam and Eve, humankind, our race spread and multiply and grow and become bigger and bigger and wider and through time. This is very bad English, I tell you. So what, are you criticizing me about my bad English? Mind your language, Zara. I did not speak any better language here. Oh, Mr. Brown. You know the British serial we see when I was living in London? Mind your language. So, Mr. Brown, please tell us. Maybe Richard Dawkins can tell us, Mr. Brown. How our human race spread without incest? you will say, no, it has spread with incest, monotheistic religions, religious scholars, with due respect. You see, how stupid are we? And why we believe in God? Why? So, please, please, Jesus of Nazareth, when he go to that party of all these people, please, please see this. We go to Jiddu Krishnamurti and David. Why, when we become so dumb? No, look, you may not like this, but I'm not saying this to mock you. That's just you want me to become very serious. Oh my God. That shock, just to avoid it for now. Even my tea, because they say tea is good for shock. I really do care from the. Do I have to say the words? Human, very. I not know if I care or not. But for the meanwhile, let's say I care, right? I care to know this all powerful God, how He give us such a dumb religion that even Christians take pride in, oh, Jesus did that, but they don't look to their Genesis and that they miss out. So, look at your feelings. Look, acknowledge them. Any pride coming, acknowledge the coming up of pride. Observe, let go, but do acknowledge it. Any feeling of excitement that I know better, I ask this question, I, coming up, acknowledge it, because you don't want to be chore. In Urdu we say, dil mein saiyan saiyan, muh pe baya baya, right? Like in the heart is saying darling, darling, on the mouth is saying brother, brother. My beloved, my lover. No, in the heart is saying my lover, lover. In the mouth is on the mouth saying brother, brother, lover, lover, brother, brother. Rhymes. Acknowledge your feelings. Don't be a thief. How can people lie in the name of God? Because they are ignorant. Jesus Christ said, Father. And now those, the Christians who believe in Jesus Christ, I say, what I say to you, Christians, you also are ignorant. So you also are forgiven. Ending of time will tell you where we human beings have gone wrong. Ending of time. So, or we take Paramahamsa Vishwananda, Bhakti Marga. Yeah. So you can check these videos where we took the wrong turn. So I think now those two hadiths I found, and I did a little bit here. I did more in detail in my live stream when I was on my second channel on YouTube. So, like all these people going, right? Uh, I'm holding on to my other tab and so here. Where is it? It really hurt me. Something pressuring me. So, Battle of Jamal. So, if you take that hadith from the belief of Sahih Bukhari, chapter on belief, Battle of Jamal, according to that, even the person, the al Mu'mineen who instigated against the Muslim fourth caliph, mine was the Shia first Imam. So let me not keep repeating myself again and again. What happened? Ali emerged victorious from this. No, Ali was the cousin and son-in-law in the Islamic prophet. No, I jumped the gun. The battle was fought between the army of the fourth Caliph Ali on one side and the rebel army led by Aisha, Talha, and Zubair on the other side. So, according to that belief in that Sahih Bukhari, what happened? All going to hell. And your religious scholars telling you not to look at this is dark side, right? Allah knows best. No. Allah has told you. If you are Ahl Sunnah, did I lose? No, it's here. So, no, don't acknowledge enough. Did this first. These two hadiths I have given previously enough for me. Oh, where is it? It's coming. It's come. While I was narrated by Al-Ahnaf bin Qais, while I was going to help this man, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Bakr met me and asked, "Where are you going?" I replied, "I'm going to help that person." He said, "Go back, for I have heard Allah's apostle saying, when two Muslims meet in bracket, each other with their swords, both the murderer as well as the murdered will go to the hellfire." Now we are not told who he was. Maybe in another hadith it can be explained, or maybe in another Sunni source, Sahih Muslim or Abu Dawud. I said, "Oh Allah's apostle, it is all right for the murderer, but what about the murdered one?" Allah's apostle replied, "He surely had the intention to kill his companion." So sorry, I was confused when it was like too zoomed in and I couldn't. So no, I have made no mistake. Now I understand it. So Abu Bakr says, when Allah's apostle was alive, I'd asked him, and so don't go to kill your fellow Muslim, because then the murdered and the murdered both will go to the hellfire, even as they are Muslims. This is for the Muslim. So you have to use this hadith. And through this hadith, you can see, and then you can go to battle of the Jamal. Don't let your religious scholars, why do you say that to your Sunni? You are not. This is why, in Pakistan, I say the system, educational system going down, going down, going down, going down. India's educational system, so much better, rising, rising. You want to keep the masses, Muslim masses, blindfolded, not a reason, and then kill. Shia kafir. Emadi kafir. What is this going on? Politicians do that when they don't want their subjects, to rise up and become intelligent enough, maybe take their position later on as prime minister. Ulterior motives. But you don't, you see, you may, you are, it is this religion which is blindly being followed, dumbly. And in Surah Juma, what say against the Jews? You know, they carry books. They're like donkeys with books on it. So this, we cannot do this sin. Undo it. There's a big responsibility you have. Whatever. Otherwise, you're also going to hell. Fire. It is he who is sent among the unlettered. Okay, purifying. And the word it say the Jews, which ayat number is it? The example of those who were entrusted with the Torah and then did not take it on. You know what I mean? Examine it properly, study it, and then when you understand, get knowledge, proper right discrimination for Khan, reason, then have proper faith in the crisis when it comes, not in ignorance. Allah, Allah, Allah. Thank you, Allah. See, it tell against the Jews that they did not, okay, they were entrusted with the Torah, then did not take it on. It's like that of a donkey who carries volumes of books. Wretched is the example of the people who deny the signs of Allah, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. You don't want your Sunni Muslims to be wretched. You know, I had a woman who was my principal. I loved her. Ooh, you are getting like a mushy mushy and all this, all right? So, the American president. So I lost one woman to Christianity. No, no, half Shia. The, the American president did a speech dialogue. Let me modify here. I loved two women. I lost one, and my mother. Oh, I've loved two women in my life. I lost one to cancer, and I lost the other because I was so busy keeping my job. I forgot to do my job. imdb.com, thank you. Right? So if you so my Sunni principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar in Bastaki, and for the human race, because if you care, if you truly love someone, you want to, and to see my mother, that she did not have proper guidance also. She lacked that. Maybe with proper guidance, God's help, everyone says God's help is with them. You call upon, even Anne Nesbitt said in her, uh, when you need Anne Nesby, when you need God, something like this, her song, sorry, I've forgotten the exact title of her song, When You Need God. The Lord will come. Call on Him, He will come. But maybe I thought, Lord, how I need you. This is her song. In this, she says, you know, He will come and lift your spirit. He will pick you up when men put you down. Trust in His name. Everyone said this, believer, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Shia, Sunni, Ahmadi, Salafi, Wahhabi, because they depended on you for their own selfish needs. When your friends come and go, because they depended on you for their own selfish needs, the Lord, He won't leave you, nor will He forsake you. He'll be right by your side. Lord, how I need you. He will come. Oh, yes, He will. He will come and lift your spirit. He will pick you up when men put you down. Trust in His name. You see, a Quran ayat also says, trust in Allah. Rely on Him. He's always the same. Lord, how I need you. So my point. Very nice song, thank you. Songwriter also Anne Nesby. Sony copyrights not to mean any copyrights infringement and slash ATV Music Publishing LLC Google search. Anne Nesby song, Lord, how I need you. So maybe I think for my mother guidance missing. And I fear that and it can happen to anyone, emotional disturbance. Sometimes we have bouts of madness. Why? So like that, right? And misguidance. Oh my God, humanity, we have been in such a mess. Blindly believing, not caring. Christians, please, you also, with due respect to you, see, right, that we have, you also have missed out. How the human race spread uh, without incest. Do you have an answer? I don't want to go to Christian Prince. He's very, very bad. I mean, he's like, oh God, you know. I don't want to be disgraced. I still have ego. Ego. He will say, Zara, what are you asking? And they will humiliate. So why should I go there? Huh? So I still have my ego right there. Anyways, he can come here. Most welcome, sir. Honored to have you. What do you say about that? So just, okay, picking on Christian Prince. God bless him and all that, his family, and he not have a wife. But the mother, father, and sister, brothers. Anyways, God bless him, his family, his, everything. Do you get what I'm saying? So thank you so much. I'm not going to take much of anyone's time and neither of my live stream time here. And I'm going to end this now. How many minutes? Oh, still 1 hour. I thought I was quite fast, but how time flies. Anyhow, slow, but time flies when you're talking. And maybe you should also, if you want venting out and all this, make a YouTube channel and do this in your own way, your own beautiful, unique way. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day always. Blessed one.